Are you stuck in an endless loop where every time you have gaming hours, you sit there and scroll through your library on PlayStation or on Steam or wherever, and you just cannot figure out what to play? Are you stuck in one of these hellholes of live service games? And it seems like whatever you're doing, you're not progressing, and whatever they're adding is not for you. Are you questioning your life choices while playing an open world game, doing menial tasks that feels like you're doing nothing? You're just wasting your time. You, my friend, might be suffering from video game burnout. Hello, my name is Kareakern, and I am in no way qualified to speak about mental health or physical health. I am, however, qualified in speaking about how to enjoy video games. And that situation you are in with video game burnout, well, a lot of us has been there. Probably all of us will eventually go there. But lucky for you, there is a cure. This is not a video going through why you should clean your room. Let's face it, we're all addicted to video games. And what we really want to do is just make that addiction as pleasant as possible. Because that's what you do with a poor man on the street. It's not, let's get you off crack. It's, let me show you where you can get the best crack. Oh, Jesus, this gets dark. There is things you can do to reignite that addiction. Let's go. I'm gonna stop calling it an addiction. It just feels wrong. I'm sorry. Now, one thing that we all should start embracing, every single one of us, new games are for suckers. Yes, that's true. All those marketing campaigns that going out there that making you buy games, every single one of them is a risk. Now, I'm not saying that games cannot be good on release. Helldivers did. But I'm saying that you're gonna step on a lot of landmines while chasing whatever is new and cool out there. One thing that we all should make use of is our dear streamers and YouTubers. You should view streamers and YouTubers as your own personal beta testers. They work for you.
So the microtransactions is like, it's obviously bad. There's nothing good about it. There's no upside for the player. There's nothing that's positive that is in any capacity related to it. It's just 100% bad. Now, does it ruin the game? No, it does not ruin the game.
They are there on day one to play all of the games that are out there, and they can definitely tell you if it's a banger or if it's a pile of trash. Make a lot of money saying that things are trash, actually. And the things are good. It's not all bad. Now, one of the things that might act as a double-edged sword is all of the new things we have. Game Pass, PS Plus, or free games giving on whatever Epic launcher, if they still do that, I don't know. But this, at first, can feel like overwhelming, because now your library extended even more. But what they do is that you can play old, tried and true games that everyone loves that you have missed. Example, I had just finished Baldur's Gate 3. I didn't know what to do with myself. Nothing could live up to it. I was stuck scrolling through all of the catalogs that I have, but I came across one game that I have not played since release, and that is Mass Effect.
Report to the ship as soon as possible. We're paying, okay?
You do not only have to play old games that you haven't played or you have missed. Mass Effect 3, I remember nothing about this game. We all remember red, green, blue ending, right? We all remember maybe one or two loyalty missions from Mass Effect 2 and the general scope of the plotline. But we don't remember any details. Mass Effect 3, the end of the trilogy, was released in 2012. That is 12 years ago. And I bet that many of you played it on release. That is, before all the DLCs were out, and before they ironed everything out. Now it's a masterpiece. You remember what the Leviathan was? Do you remember what Jacob's freaking loyalty mission was? Do you remember Thane's loyalty mission? No, you probably remember generally who Thane was. You don't remember the actual story. So Mass Effect, while I knew kind of everything that was going to happen, I knew the overarching story, I knew none of the details because I hadn't played it in 12 years. That is a long ass time. And for many of you who are here, you're young. How old were you 12 years ago? If you're 20, you were 8. You're not playing Mass Effect at that point. Maybe if you were American or English and understood what they said. But me personally, I didn't learn English until I was like, what, 14? Give the old games a shot. The stuff that you've missed and the stuff that you used to love, I promise you, it will pull you out of that burnout. Another door that this opens up is trying many different genres. Now you might view yourself like, oh, I'm a Call of Duty gamer. But let's be honest, Call of Duty died a long time ago. Look at what they're putting out.
Playtime is over when Nikki drops in.
It used to be tactical cool stuff. Now it's freaking Nicki Minaj and Snoop Dogg and Homeland. See, Call of Duty ain't Call of Duty anymore. So why don't you move over to something that is more in line with what you identify as, like a tactical military shooter gamer? And for you Battlefield gamers, why aren't you playing all of these games that do Battlefield better than Battlefield? And if you're tired of games in general, just look at what you usually play and take a step outside of what you usually play.
This is it. This is what? If I take one more step, it'll be the farthest away from home I've ever been. Come on, Sam.
You like RPGs? You like open world stuff? Try XCOM 2. It's not at all what you used to play, but it's damn good. To get out of our burnout, we have to step out of our nice little comfort zone that we have. Jesus. I'm getting pumped talking about this. And if you're a single player gamer, you won that 100% in Valhalla. Poor thing. Why don't you try some multiplayer games? Why don't you jump in and try Helldivers?
Oh god, he's coming for me.
Getting out of the way.
There
Okay, there we go.
Good job.
Play Darktide. Try some multiplayer cooperative stuff. Dip your toes in. And if you're insistent on playing the same games, play them in different ways. If you are a Call of Duty gamer, play zombies. Go back and play the old campaigns. I bet you haven't played Black Ops 2 in a long time. I bet you would have a different view on the Advanced Warfare campaign. A lot of these old multiplayer games are still open to play. Call of Duty might be a little bit sketchy. I've heard about a lot of hackers being in there, so don't play anything like before Advanced Warfare. I think you'll be in trouble and your IP will be sold to some little Indian lady. If you're a PC gamer and you play a lot of RPGs, dip your toes into modding. See if you can spice it up a little bit. In whatever way you want, if you know what I mean. We should be playing bangers all the time. That's what we used to do back in the day. Every single Gears of War used to hit. Every single Halo used to hit. We used to be able to rely on these developers and publishers to always just swing for the fences and give us something nice. We can't do that anymore. We have to take a step back, especially from the big AAA guys, and say, hey, I'm gonna wait and see. And when it comes to the indies, there's a lot of good stuff there, but there's a lot of indies. So just look around you. There's games all over the place that you could be playing and having a good time with, instead of banging your head right against the screen when the next battle pass comes out for Overwatch that you've been waiting for 3 months, and it contained no skins for your main characters. Yeah, I play Overwatch. Freaking dumb game. Get a freaking progression system. Anyway, that's all for me. Thank you very much. Take care now. Bye bye then.